So, hello eternity and 0 subscribers who tune in such a late hour. The reason why this live stream exists is my new CD that is gonna be released today. And by today, I mean the last minutes of September the 19th, I believe. Yeah, be it 19th or 18th, doesn't matter much. But still, I wanted to do it today. So I'm not that good with live streams. I did I believe two or three live streams over the years, and they were all abysmal. So let's keep it so simple as possible. Absolutely. I'm just streaming over my phone, and I just gotta say a few things. Yeah, I would like to introduce my new CD, and there's gonna be a brief question and answer section when I gonna respond to some questions that you asked me via the forum in Instagram, which I published a week ago. Everyone has seen this, but for some reason, I don't know, people just prefer asking something in messages or by sending me an email. The forum in Instagram didn't enjoy much popularity. So if anyone would tune in, and I see one person, hello, one person, no, tuned out. So sorry to see that, but still. So what I've been saying is, so there's gonna be a question and answer section when there are some questions that will guarantee to shake you up. A couple of them. Some general questions, some not generic. I really appreciate any questions. And I'm really happy that I'm enjoying that much popularity. Perhaps not right now, but still, like compared to compared to the situation I've been 3 years ago, I'm a celebrity right now. It doesn't matter much that 90% of my not 99, perhaps 90, perhaps 90% of my subscribers get to know me because of that infamous Mazeppa videos. Yeah, the 2 Mazeppa videos. Oh, I see someone yet again. Let's see how long you can bear me. Not for long, it seems. Yeah, again, 5 seconds. Great, perfect. Okay. Either way, I'm recording this video just for the future, and just as an introduction to the new CD. Yeah. So let me talk a bit about the CD, and this is it. It's there, right there in my hands, the new CD, which is called Pfandgut Rendezvous. A question arises. What kind of gibberish is that? Well, perhaps rendezvous is a word that everyone knows, but what the hell is a Pfandgut? And I'm not sure if I have used if I should have used this particular word in this context, but still we're operating in a way like you know, the Japanese naming scheme, like 2-3 words that have little or no no connection with each other, but English words, yeah, but somehow they build that kind of a vibe that you can just well, I like it, like that recital that I've played over 6 years ago, which was called Honey Smile Heavy. Like you can there's like a myriad of ways to think of it. What could it mean? Like, yes, and that's the beautiful thing about it. Yeah? But here it's not that abstract though. Yeah, it's pretty much clear, and there's a very precise thing I meant actually, which is like if we look at the cover very clearly and very precisely, we see two Mikhail's Buzins. Yeah? One of them is very fancy, a very fancy guy, yeah, and he is pretty surprised to see the other one who seems to be getting somewhere, to be going somewhere with an awful lot of empty bottles. Like maybe it's not that clear right now, but yeah, you're welcome to check the cover out on like it's already online on Bandcamp, not on the streaming platforms where our company which is called Liminality Productions, Liminality Records, or Liminality whatever. What I've been talking about. Yeah, memory problems. Too old. As it is sung in the one of the recent pulp songs. I don't remember why I'm telling you this, or why am I telling this story? I don't remember. Yeah. So yeah, the Pfandgut are empty fucking bottles. You don't see the bottles, are you? Yeah, me too. But they're clearly there. Yeah, when you look right at it. Yeah, like I deliberately blurred out some details because if you look at the bags I'm carrying, there are some logos that are discernible for the people who know these logos good enough. Yeah. So the Pfandgut are empty bottles, the deposit bottles, yeah, which you could bring for some sum. It's not much. In every other country which has this system of a certain sum you pay when buying some kind of a bottled drink, yeah. But still, the thing is, in Germany there's a very particular point, a very certain point when you just understand that you screwed up the budget big time for this month, when you start collecting bottles. And during this 2 years, yeah, in which a whole lot has happened. Like, yeah, my performances, my infamous performances at Busoni and the Chiesa Anda, and a whole lot of stuff here, and on top of that, yeah, not only the the major competitions in which the humble Mikhail Buzin took part. Oh, there's another single person, and I even got a message or not. As I said, I'm very bad. I'm very bad at live streams, like crazy bad, and I don't see the message. So maybe I'll get it right next time, or even today, maybe in a couple of minutes, if I'll just think about it a bit more. So yeah, and during these 2 years, after the recording of my previous CD, Auspex, which both in production and in packaging and in everything, how it's designed, from how it's designed to how it's recorded and how it's assembled, is a kind of a fuck you to the industry of overpaid cover artists, as someone says about classical music, and they're not very wrong about it. I really like this kind of a thought. Yeah, I mean, there is one particular question that I got via Instagram, which is yeah, I'm happy to answer that. Maybe we can just like no, maybe later. So the CD is called Pfandgut Rendezvous. Yeah, so the meeting of the two me's. Yeah, one of which is a famous pianist, top, like some people wrote me in direct messages, top pianist, top of the world pianist. Yeah, that guy right there. Yeah, top of the world pianist who's only got like 5 professional recordings. Yeah, I mean with the videos and stuff. Yeah, and so the rich Mikhail Buzin. Yeah, I mean I've been rich. I'm like every other musician, every other professional classical musician. Yeah, you do get rich once in a while, like once. Like if you're not consistently rich, yeah, you get rich like once in a year, maybe 2 times in a year. Yeah, and the Mikhail Buzin, who is carrying the burden of everyday life, yeah, who's collecting bottles, yeah, to get by, yeah, or who's got 2 weeks until the next payout. Yeah, like, yeah, okay, no more details. It's not that bad right now, but it's still not that good. So take care and make sure to buy the CDs, because I would very much appreciate it. It's very important for the independent classical music industry, which pretty much does not exist. And even if it is, then as I've said, yeah, the Liminality Productions, Liminality Records, yeah. Another question, which I didn't get asked, but still I would like to reply it. What the hell is that new label? Some of my subscribers, like 5 of this 1,000 that I've got, I'm celebrating 1,000 subscribers. Yo, woohoo! Yeah, that's great. That's great. I'm really happy, guys and girls. And guys, 95% of my audience on YouTube are guys. So yeah. Okay. No jokes. No jokes. No jokes today. Not one particular joke today. If you want to hear this joke, well, either way, no, yeah. First come from the sex in the city, like first come the gays, then the girls. Yeah. So, herzlich willkommen. Okay, so what we've been talking about the label, yes. 10 years, oh, not 10 years ago, even earlier, like 13 years ago, 13, 14, 15 years ago, I've been running a small label on which I've been releasing my own works. It was a net label, and it was like kind of a hyped thing back then. It was pretty much in the same era when the audio podcasts, maybe a bit later, but still, when I founded my label, yeah, the audio podcasts were on the rise, and I thought everyone thought that they're gonna be for very long, but the hype faded out pretty much quickly. So yeah, I founded this small net label. I tried to do some stuff. Actually, some of the stuff I'm really proud of. For a 16-year-old, some of these releases were pretty good, and I've even got some international musicians to collaborate like that. The Finnish band. The Finnish band is the funniest story ever, because they were like everywhere back then, 15 years ago. On Last FM, they got their web page, they got their homepage, they got a forum, everywhere their music has been discussed, and yeah. Okay, I mean in the underground. Of course, they were nowhere to be major. I was not major. I wouldn't have released them had they been major. Yeah. So, but still, like some people were discussing it. It was like this music existed, yeah, and people knew about it, and people discussed it. Like everyone, social media, on some pages, on some web pages, like it was prominent. Nowadays, like at this particular point, you can't find anything about that Finnish band, except for the pages that I made somewhere on Discogs. Like, I believe in it, even at Retro Music, but I'm not sure. But still, yeah, art can vanish like very easily. One day it exists, the other it doesn't, pretty much. Yeah. Why have I been? Why am I telling this story? I don't remember. Other way, yeah, I've had a label. I have had a label. I ran a label. I was very happy that I was so young. How was it? That song by Sweet. I mean, I'm pretty much alone on this live stream, so I can just enjoy reminiscing over the stuff I like. And this is probably the only such video to appear on this channel, at least until the next city. So young and so hot? No, probably not so hot. Okay, other way. Yeah, this time using all of my incredible experience from running a label 15 years ago, running a net label 15 years ago, I decided to try it out and try doing it again. But first of all, for releasing my things, and maybe only, maybe of my very big personal close friends, colleagues who I really like, who I really appreciate. I have some ideas, but still, this new label doesn't have the budget, that much of budget. Some kind of a budget it does have, and that's because we have this very fancy CD design. Yeah, the CD is not there because it's still being produced. I should have gotten them for. I should get them by the middle of the next week, and that's when the CDs are gonna be sent to the lucky people who will order them. Yeah, right now you can buy them on Bandcamp. I guess I'll put some of these on Discogs. Yeah, it's not gonna be distributed through any of the like major stuff like Amazon and whatever. Yeah, not that much resources at the moment available for doing that, but still I managed to do it quite right with the previous CD with the Auspex. And I believe with that experience I could at least cover the money that I've invested into recording the CD, into producing all of this stuff. Now, if you would excuse me, if I would excuse me for a second to grab a charger, just a second. Okay, I'm still there. Just a moment. Oh, there's a person I see. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, let's try to pick up where I stopped. So I was thinking about this new label that I'm trying to run right now. Yeah, so this is the first release. So yeah, you got to support this independent people doing independent stuff. Yes, when you can. If you're the guy on the left, yeah, I can understand. You can just pirate it somewhere, or you can just listen to it on Spotify. Yeah, and I will receive my 1,000th of a cent. Speaking of the previous CD. How much I earned through streaming? It was about no, it was $10 actually, but 9 of them, no, 8 of them I got through a purchase of an album by on Deezer or on some platform that allows to buy a whole album. Yeah, so there was one purchase, and the streaming revenue is practically non-existent. Although it seems that someone does listen to my albums on say Spotify or whatever. Yeah. Okay. So let's move on. Let's move on. I talked about the label. Yeah. This is the first release. I'm thinking of doing more. I'm thinking of running it over the years. I'm pretty serious. Like I was pretty serious about my previous label 15 years ago. Yeah, but I guess I just was too young to manage it properly. I've released too much bad stuff. Yeah, because I was so afraid to say no, and yeah, like you can imagine when you've got the power, yeah, and everyone is counting on you to release their masterpieces, and you just can't say no. Yeah, so this is not the case. No one will get released except the greatest minds of this century. Yes, except yeah, right. Okay, so we've talked about the label. We've talked about these two guys. So this is a contemplation. This is a contemplation of the current classical music scene and its irrelevancy and like the difference of the kind of percentage. If we would compare the percentage of overpaid and underpaid musicians, we've got to find some interesting information, I believe. Yeah. So, yeah. Let's move on. The tracklist. The tracklist of Pfandgut Rendezvous. There are 23 tracks. 23 tracks. And this time, compared to the previous CD, I believe it scared a lot of people out. I mean, it was designated. I meant it to sound like this, and as I said it before, like to be a giant fuck you for the industry. Let me just grab that CD. Yeah, it's right there. So the lovely Auspex. I have never had a chance to talk about it. Yeah, because when rebelle was released 4 years ago, God, 4 years ago. Yeah, there has been interviews, yeah, which where a whole lot of false information has been stated, and I had no idea how to correct it because I spoke no French, and I mean I love French language, and but I guess I just have been too lazy in life to properly learn it. Yeah. So yeah, this is one of the things I'm not too happy about. Yeah, and I had practically not a whole lot of control over what has been printed. Yeah, these interviews and whatever has been made during the release of L'Oiseau Rebelle. And some of the things on L'Oiseau Rebelle, like I had to make some compromises. I mean, it turned out very well. It's a cool CD by classical music standards. I find it's different, at least. Like it's terribly hard to be different. There are very few different people, and you got to look for them, like very precisely. You got to look out. You got to look out for them. So why am I telling this story? I don't remember. So yeah, the control of the recording and whatever. Yeah, the lucky people who own the Auspex CD I I assume they're enjoying this magnificent metal box. Yeah, I still very much like them. Yeah, some of these were engraved. I bought an engraving machine, but it didn't look too well, so I just. But still, there are some copies that are engraved. Yeah, oh, yeah. The collectors unite. Yeah. Yeah. So about the control of the CD, I would say the Pfandgut Rendezvous is my first real solo CD where I had to make absolutely no compromises whatsoever. Like no compromises on the design, on the track list, on the sound. I mean, I did this thing all by myself, except my gorgeous wife who made this painting, and my good friend Georgi Litichevsky, who painted, yeah, yeah, poor guy, for yeah. And this is an allegory of a rich guy, of a rich person, of Reichtum. Yeah. So yeah, no compromises whatsoever. 100% my child, with some additions by my dear colleagues. Yeah. And that little, yeah, I have said it about L'Oiseau Rebelle, and of course Auspex was also has been also like a child of mine, a very personal child of mine. Yeah, L'Oiseau Rebelle is a product of, okay, it's not a product of the industry. Yeah, these are people I very much admire who aren't doing that for money. Like there are some people who do that for money in the classical music industry, but not them. Yeah, I have to say thank you, BE Records, yeah, for allowing me to do that record. But still, I have to say I had to make compromises, because not everything was included on the L'Oiseau Rebelle, and not everything was allowed to be included. Yeah, and some of these things finally appear on the third CD, on the Pfandgut Rendezvous. They waited for 4 years, and now they are there. Yeah, so there has to be compromises to be done by, yeah. When I was recording the L'Oiseau Rebelle, and yeah, the design, of course, yeah, I mean, it's whatever. If it's a collaborative work, very collaborative, like there, not as like by Justin Bieber and pop music stuff, when you've got 20 writers on one song, but still there are a whole lot of people who worked on L'Oiseau Rebelle, and I'm very indebted to them. But it's a CD I do enjoy, but it's not wholly mine. Yeah, it's a thing which would be impossible without all these people. Yeah. Auspex is completely independent thing, but the specialness of Auspex is that it hasn't even been recorded, because first of all, I haven't had any money at that time. It was February 2023. It was a very difficult moment, very difficult time. Yeah, I mean, starting from the start of the war, and pretty much the whole next year. I mean, the first 2 years have been crazy, both psychologically and financially. It was a very hard time. So I couldn't afford to rent a studio or whatever, to hire someone for the design or for the. I think I've got a notification, but I'm so sorry. I don't see any of them on the phone, and I think I won't attempt to look for it because I'm just too afraid I'll screw that up yet again. Yeah, today it's a simple live stream, no additions whatsoever. I don't nothing. I'm just minding my own stuff. I'm sorry. You can, like, if there's anyone asking me something, you can always send me an email, or I think I won't be asking around people on Instagram, which I did this time, because yeah, the questions that I mean, I did get a few questions that I will reply to in this stream, but not that much. Yeah, so I don't see it as a viable communication method. Yeah. So yeah, the Auspex, the legendary Auspex, which I adore this CD. I adore this CD. I mean, I'm one of the super listeners, I believe. Or maybe the only one super listener of Auspex on Spotify, and I have been thoroughly enjoying it. I mean, I guess it has been born in a wrong time, at a wrong time. Yeah, I mean, it's got a weight. This metal thing, it just got a weight, or it just got to find its audience. It's not that much of a classical CD. It's it's a work of art. Yeah, it's a work of art. Okay, whatever. Okay, I love the thing. If you haven't bought it anywhere, buy it. There are still some copies lying around, and I don't think I will print any more because these boxes are pretty costly. Yeah, although I would say the what has been more expensive, to print this out or to buy the metal boxes? Hard to say. But still, they're pretty pricey, and I mean, yeah. So that's it. And of course, it should be a collectible item. So I won't be making any more of them. But still, it's a crazy good work. Sorry, but sometimes you just, I mean, you got to believe in yourself, and well, if you don't believe in yourself, what do you do in art? Very self-centered thing. Yeah, I always listen to that one when I'm depressed or whatever. Like, if you look it up on my website, the only thing that is said for this album, because there has been no official reviews, yeah, it just says too depressive. That was a review of my wife. Yeah, and I find it too depressive as well. But still, it's a very fine picture of the psychological state I've been in, and what I've been feeling 2.5 years ago. I was pretty much devastated. It was a very difficult time for I guess for everyone, but for people who I would say who has, like, relatives and people who you know very personally on both sides of the front. It's very difficult. So yeah, let's put this away and let's talk yet again about the CD that is being released. That is being released today. It's gonna be released. It's already up on Bandcamp, so hit it up on Bandcamp. Yeah, it's already there. Yeah, you can even order it. Yeah, if you're crazy enough. Yeah, so let's talk about the Pfandgut Rendezvous. Yeah, it's the tracklist. Let's move to the tracklist, and then when I will be replying to the questions I got, yeah, via the legendary forum in Instagram, yeah, I will we'll talk a bit more about the specifics about the details. So there are 23 tracks. For the first time since Rebelle, there's gonna be a contemporary music, and contemporary music that I really wanted to record. Like I was crazy about all of these pieces, and some of them I didn't get right for some long years, and I'm so happy that I finally got to record them, and in some fine quality. I believe I like how they turned out to be. Frankly, I'm pretty happy how it turned out. So there is contemporary music, but not too much. Not too much, of course. Yeah, I mean, it's a Mikhail Buzin album. Yeah, what you can imagine. Yeah, what you can expect. Yeah, so there's a whole lot of okay, not a whole lot of, but still there are some classical pieces and some classical allusions on classical music, and some ironic stuff. How I view the context for like the classical music. It just needs new context, and whatever. I mean, everything needs new context. Yeah. Perhaps a banal thing to say. Yeah. Everything depends on the context. Yeah, and you change the context, you get a new thing, even if the contents were all the same. Yeah. So yeah, some classical music viewed through some very ironic optics, and only for this time, perhaps. Yeah, because from now on, I've been taking a more classical direction in the past 2 years, and I very much enjoy playing classical music. I love. I don't enjoy. I enjoy playing what I love. It doesn't matter classical or contemporary or whatever. Yeah. That doesn't include. I hope I will never play like piano covers or something. This is crazy. This is I don't understand people doing that, or some like neoclassical stuff. There, I mean, the whole neoclassical stuff, in the whole neoclassical scene, yeah, there are like two. There has been two. One or maybe just one fine composer, yeah, and that's it. I mean, everything else is just stuff you can just compose. Yeah, no offense. I mean, all music should exist. Music is always better than guns. Yeah. Music is better than guns. Yeah. 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 Okay, whatever. The track list. So we've covered some contemporary works. I will talk about them in a second. We covered some classical stuff. Then there are some comedic sketches that have been pretty prominent on my first CD on the Rebelle, but I didn't get to wholesome dedicate myself to explore this forbidden fruit on a classical music CD back then. But now, yeah, with full independence, with my declared independence, I've been able to do a lot of stuff, which I really enjoyed. Yeah, and I hope you will enjoy it too. So there's contemporary music, there's classical music, there are sketches, and there are some. Yeah, there's only one piece to scare off people who like to get scared, or who don't like to get scared. But it's on the end of the play. So this is a pretty commercial album. You know, of all the three CDs, actually, I believe this has the most commercial value. Really, Sony, where are you? Or yeah, Deutsche Grammophon. Here I am. Yeah, where's my phone? Here it is. No calls. I'm waiting for your calls. Where are you? Just call me. I'm there. I'm just sitting there. Yeah, I'm always almost always available. I landed me a job that I can skip now on Thursdays. Yeah, but other than that, I can easily arrange it. So yeah, just call me. Yeah, yeah, whatever. So. We've talked about the maybe I could say, yeah, I could tell you the composers, yeah, whose pieces were recorded on the CD, and the le compositeur véritable are the first piece. It's a gorgeous piece, which is called "Do You Know What It Means to Miss" by a German composer, Cornelius Schwer. I found this piece when I was studying in Stuttgart in the library. I believe it has been recorded one single time. Absolutely gorgeous piece, which is based on that jazz song. Do you know what it means to miss New Orleans? It's pretty indiscernible until okay. I won't tell anything. Yeah, no spoilers. But I mean, I pretty much hate extended techniques. I'm not a very big. I don't enjoy the music instrumental concrete. Like honestly, I mean, I've been a big fan of it 15 years ago, but not much nowadays. Yeah, but still, I can very much appreciate when the extended techniques are used in an expressive and not cringe way. Yeah, like where it actually makes sense. Yeah, where it actually makes sense, and you feel something, not just for the form or for the for whatever. I like when music tells something, and regardless of the techniques, regardless of the material that the composer or an artist uses, it's all absolutely indifferent. I mean, I like the music that moves me, but it can be everything. Yeah, there's a whole heap of romantic music that doesn't move me in any way, and a whole lot of some stuff that a lot of people would label as unlistenable. That you gotta look for your music, and sometimes like you've got to look. This is a process. Yeah. Like there are fields in life when you've got to just be searching, and there are other fields when you, my personal opinion, where you really shouldn't. Yeah. So yeah, the first piece is by Cornel Schwab. Yeah. The second piece, should I say, two pieces, yeah, or two parts from Music of Crossings by. I really like that that he's labeled an international composer. I would love to be an international artist, international pianist, because you can really you really can't say which country does this great composer vertreten. Yeah, from which country is he? Yeah, he was born in India. He worked in Germany. He worked in Canada. He worked in Switzerland, and everything. Yeah, each era, each period for a long time. So it's hard to say, but and his music is I find his music deeply moving. First of all, and not just deeply moving, but it's like you can dig into it. Yeah, and it's got all kind of allusions, and on the surface it seems pretty simple, and it is pretty simple, but it's very simple, but it is deep. I love this. And when did I discover these pieces? I believe last year, but and by accident. I was just listening to some random contemporary music playlist on YouTube, or maybe not playlist. I don't really listen to playlists. Yeah, I mean by accident, completely by accident. I found most of the stuff I like by accident. Yeah, I mean you've got to look for accidents in your life, happy accidents. Yeah. Right, okay, let's move forward. And the third piece is Bewegungen by Johannes Maria Staud, a very prominent composer celebrity by classical music standards, I would say. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous piece. Terrific piece. I adore it. I really adore it. I have been playing it for how God knows how long. Yeah, at least 6 years, and this is a kind of a doomed piece in my repertoire, because if you would have a look at my set lists, I've played it a lot of times. It's one of the staples of my repertoire, and there's one reason. There is one particular reason for that, and that is something happened. Something has always happened during the performance of this piece. Every single time. Like one time, some note got detuned during the course of the concert. Yeah. The other time, the middle pedal doesn't work. Then the third time, the middle pedal works, but approximately in the middle of the piece, suddenly it breaks. Like all kinds of stuff, and not even. I've played it like 7 times, which by my standards it's very often. It's very often. I try to avoid playing pieces more than once or more than twice. I try to avoid that at least. Yeah, there has been some pieces, and if you would have a look at my set list, you would know that. Yeah, I do like to play something more than once, and the reason is because I didn't get it right the first time or the second. Yeah, so 2 more pieces to go. The first is by my good Korean friend Haneri Lee, who's is also, I guess, he's already a celebrity. Yeah, one of the great composers of our century. Go check Haneri Lee. Yeah. Again, I discovered him by accident on YouTube. Yeah, there has been this weird picture of unfinished brutalist building somewhere in the east. I suppose. Yeah. I just thought, man, yeah, that's some interesting composer who uses such imagery to describe his works. Yeah, and, it was a great work, and so it has happened that he was one of the guys who organized my concert in Seoul last year. Yeah, great guy, great piece. Hope you'll enjoy it. And the last one is of the contemporary pieces. Yeah, I won't go in depth through the playlist because yeah, you just gotta enjoy it. Yeah, there's gotta be some surprises. Yeah. Fifth piece is Beelzebub's Serenade by Dimitri Terzakis, who is a contemporary of Xenakis and a colleague. I mean, this is crazy that such a guy would write a piece for me. He wrote it for me, and I mean, I haven't even commissioned it. It was just his presence, which I'm extremely proud of. One can, I mean, a person who who performs contemporary music sometimes, yeah, can only dream of that such a composer would write a piece for them. Yeah. So this is great, and this is a great piece. And Terzakis' music is very singular, very personal style, which is unmatched. I find it's a very interesting work and interesting style he's writing in. That's it. Okay. So, yeah, wow, almost an hour talking. Yeah, I could ramble more and more and more and more, but I won't. I have doubts that a lot of people would listen to this rambling, but if you do, thank you very much. Please subscribe, like and subscribe, because like 90%, I mean it's a common thing, but still 90% of the visitors to my page are not subscribed. Yeah, and I mean it is a kind of a business. Yeah, thankfully, God, yeah, thank God, it's like, so far it's an independent business. Yeah, let's try to make it as independent as long as possible. Yeah, as you see what happens to Ben and Jerry. Yeah. Okay, so the questions. Let's answer the questions and let's call it a day. Yeah. The questions. Just a second. I just gotta open them. I've got them saved on the laptop. I gotta switch it on. Some fun service. Should I try this one? I guess no one can see it. Okay, whatever. Still watching the loading screen. Let me play a song while we're watching. Well, I am watching. Song of My People. I was able to play that. Man, I forgot how to play it. I'll show you next time. I can play a German children's song on it. High level stuff. Okay. Oh yeah, thank you. It just got an update. I switched from a Macintosh 10 years ago. And since then it has been hit or miss. But sometimes it works pretty well. Okay, yeah, now it works. Okay. The questions. They're loading screens everywhere. Yeah, this is a problem with Windows. Yeah. You just get rid of the loading screens and everyone would say things right away. Okay, yeah, they're there. Okay, first question by my subscriber Rhapsody in White. Not a question, but I think you're super cool. Thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Okay, now it's a message from my wife. I really appreciate what you do. Good luck. Thank you, my dear. Thank you. Okay, now what's the concept of your album? I guess it's already been clear after quite a bit, yeah, but it's a reflection of my, how to say it less banally, yeah, it's a contemplation, a reflection on my life I've been living the past 2 years, and it's a kind of a rags to riches and back story, and then hopefully back again to riches. Yeah, I mean, yeah, hopefully the music will talk for itself. I mean, this is a bad thing. There's a whole lot of concept albums which are complete bullshit, and there's a whole lot of albums which are kind of just a loose collection of singles which do a great job, and then there are like a concept albums of which one part that does work and the other doesn't, like that. Copy. I love that record. What's it called? What's with my memory today? That album by Love, with the song Red Telephone. Like the first part is gorgeous, the second part is terrible. I mean, it's not a concept album. Whatever. There's a whole lot of concept albums that don't work. So. I mean, I love doing a conceptual program, yeah, program, yeah. Some of my concept programs have been terrific, and I'm actually planning to record some of them. Some of them were really great, and sometimes this does work, yeah. Sometimes the story you make up, and you try to imagine it in sounds that sometimes it does work. Sometimes it just doesn't. Although it's thoroughly thought out, yeah. Sometimes it just doesn't work because we've got an abstract art here, yeah. But still. 99, okay, 95 of my programs, I'm proud of them. Okay, good. Next one. What do you think about people who plagiarize you? This is a great question, and I'm very happy that there are. Okay, I'm not. Okay. I'm proud. Everywhere proud. I'm happy that there are people who plagiarize. That means that you've got the influence, you've got the power, and influence, and the time. The time has a better taste of than everyone else and every one of us. So it will be evident with the time, yeah, which music stays and which won't, and 95 of generic stuff will fade out, and you just look at the like Grammys and whatever, more than half of the recipients you haven't ever heard of. Yeah, this is bullshit. This is like sin. Yeah, the sin, just giving out awards to whatever whoever they know. Yeah, because I mean our field is heavily dependent on personal connections, and if you get a whole lot of them, it's hella easy to make a career. If not, you're in deep trouble. Okay, so 3 more questions. Best 12-tone work for my sex playlist. Great question. 12-tone work. 12-tone and sex don't go don't go well together. I find like you've got to find some heavy stuff, like some 12-tone work, which is composed like of massive sound masses which go unknown. What could I recommend? I guess that early nono opera, Intolleranza, is 12-tone. Is it 12-tone? I believe it's 12-tone. Either way, it's zero. I would recommend Intolleranza. Intolleranza, 1960. Yeah. First of all, great work. One of the nono works I really enjoy, and the second is I guess one could have sex to Intolleranza. Not so much to the stuff that is usually comes to mind when you think about 12-tone music. Schoenberg. Yeah. No, it doesn't work. It does not work. But the nono opera should work. I believe. Yeah. Okay. Then I have another question by the same guy. Grillock. He's got he's got an anonymous, pretty much anonymous. He or she. They got a anonymous account with a chick with a knife avatar. Yeah. What track on the album would you recommend for my sex playlist? Yeah, you found the guy. Yeah, sure, I'll recommend you something. So what are the longest tracks? Okay, I'm pretty much sorry for the contemporary music, but I believe these pieces that I've recorded don't go well with that particular activity. They demand your attention. Yeah, maybe I would just go with plain old Bach. There is Bach on this record. There is Bach, although it's not pretty clear. Yeah, or Mozart. Yeah, although Mozart is it's terribly sad music. Yeah. Maybe the Sandeep Bhagwati actually. Well, why not? Why not? Yeah, that's great. That's a great idea. Yeah, you know, to the text of the opening song of the Winterreise. Uh, can one have sex to this? Not sure. I believe one can have sex to the complete album. I mean, it's fun, even if you be distracted. It will be fun for both of you. Yeah. So I would just put it on from the very first track and just enjoy it. Yeah, you've got 72 minutes of music, so you've got all the time, all the time. Yeah. That's what I would recommend. Yeah, not some single tracks. No, no. The whole album. Put it on, and that's it. Okay, two more questions. My subscriber from Turkey, Arda Mustafaoğlu, asks, "What defines art?" What defines art? I would say art depends on the context. So art is going away from the mundane. So anything, pretty much anything that's not mundane, it is art by itself. But there are, but you can view any mundane thing. You can look at it differently. Yeah, you can look at it as it will be art. Yeah, like that. My favorite Machunas quote. If people would see the ordinary things that are happening around them, like their everyday life as art, there would be no need for art. So yeah, you just got to imagine that everything is art. Everything is kind of a video game, a film, or whatever. And this really helps, yeah, because art is. Yeah, a momentary lapse of memory. Yeah, Lebensquelle, Lebensquelle. Yeah, yeah. Okay, and the very last question, and we're going to sleep, or the guy who asked for the music for the sex playlist is gonna do his thing if he's watching. If they're watching, I have no idea. Okay, my subscriber, the Egoister, asks, Fave piece for piano to play. Fave piece. I wouldn't think so much had it been a question, who's your favorite composer? But favorite piece is it's very hard to say. Fave piece. I would say my favorite piece is the piece I've been playing for longest and enjoying for longest. And there are a couple of pieces I play. There's like 2 or 3 pieces I genuinely liked when I was studying back then in my childhood in music school. Like very few things, like a couple of things, but I still love them to death. Among them, what comes to mind right now is that Clementi etude, which was recorded for the. It wasn't recorded for the Auspex, but it's an opening track on Auspex. It's a gorgeous etude. Oh, I love it. I'm not that great fan of Clementi. I mean, I've listened to not whole of his oeuvre, but I dug a lot in his works, and I was very curious what Clementi has to offer. I have been very curious during my years in college. Yeah, but not anymore. I don't like Clementi. Sorry. but I love to death. I love to death this etude. This is one of the best musics ever made, really. So that etude and what else I've been playing that long. You know what? I have to think, but this comes right. This is right there in my mind, and I even know it by heart, which is yeah, by my standards, it's a big honor. Yeah, it's a big honor that I learned something by heart, and then I enjoy. Okay, I haven't been playing it for that long, but I really enjoy Mazepa by Karl Löwe. It's a gorgeous piece. It's musically, it's better than the Mazepa you know from my infamous performances, and not only. Yeah, I love this piece by Löwe. You should check it out. It's also from Auspex. Auspex is a great CD, but this one is even greater. And just using the chance, yeah, just reformulating the question, what is my favorite track on this CD? There's a gorgeous song. There's a gorgeous song by Adolfo Gandino, an obscure and the most obscure Italian composer who lived in a small city in Lombardia, and like no one practically knows him. He left some vocal works, and he's extremely obscure. There has been no recordings at all of this song. Yeah, so this is like world premiere of this. And I heartily recommend listening to it. This is amazing. Another highlight. I won't tell any of the highlights what concerns contemporary music, because everyone is my colleague. I love everyone. I'm really happy to have released that interpretation of the overtone piece by Yoko Ono. I believed it should have been released back then on it was a rebelle. I suggested doing it, and it concerns the Machunas piece as well. Yeah, so I'm really happy that I finally released them. Great recordings, and yeah. I'm really fond of the Bach I played at Geza Anda. It's here right there on the CD. I mean, it's wrong. A lot of things are wrong, but compared to, I mean, I listened to to all of my performances, like from Busoni, from Geza Anda. Yeah, I just thought, what would I want to be released? And I just realized that I have a real special place in my heart for that Bach. I really love it. I believe it turned out great. I mean, screw the mistakes. I mean, there are sometimes there's a lot of mistakes, and it doesn't sound that great when you're only listening to the recording. Like, we're musicians. I always orient myself at the recording. I never watch videos. Almost never. Yeah, first of all comes the music, and musically this wrong Bach is great. Like not that great as the wrong Beethoven from the Busoni is great. The wrong Mazepas, they're fun, but not as much as music. And yeah. Then I'm very happy to have released the CPE Bach's pieces, who is one of my favorite composers, by the way. Carl Philipp Emanuel, I love him. He's he's not my avatar from the past, but he was a very first composer in my life I felt a very deep personal connection with. Like at the time when I was back in college, like in the early years, I even have had doubts so if I got to be a pianist, because I have never really felt the music. I didn't feel the music. I was indifferent to everything. Absolutely indifferent. Would it be romantic or classical or even contemporary stuff? I was indifferent. I felt nothing. And then when I found a certain piece by accident, again by accident, yeah, by Carl Philipp Emanuel, I just fell in love, and since then I love to feature his music in my recitals. Really, I enjoy his work so much. He's one of the greats. As a Mozart, or I believe Mozart has said that, or Haydn, yeah, that CPE Bach is the father, and we're all his sons, yeah. So yeah, I'm a son of Carl Philipp Emanuel Bach. Count me in. So yeah, thank you very much for tuning in. I see there are two people. This is a great success. Great success. I very much enjoyed talking. I'm not planning to do this often. Yeah, because I'm not a blogger. I'm a musician. I'm a musician, for God's sake. Yeah. I enjoy making music. Not videos. Yeah, not design. Although I really enjoyed designing this stuff. Yeah. And I think it turned out great, pretty great. But you can just imagine how much work went into this. Like I don't know, if I had been working at an actual like existing major label and would have done all of this by myself, except gorgeous artworks, yeah, this is and the CD design as well, which is not there yet. Yeah, middle of the next week, they're gonna be shipped. Yeah, gorgeous design, by the way. Yeah, got to see. Yeah, I mean, I should have gotten like thousands of dollars, of euros, yeah, for all this work, like studio work, mixing, mastering, like all by myself. Yeah, okay. The studio, I have had a sound engineer, Gerhard. Thank you very much. Yeah, amazing studio in Nuremberg. No one knows about it, except some very fine musicians, very sophisticated musicians. Yeah, yeah. He's got a gorgeous piano, a great guy. My heartfelt recommendation, if you're ever in Nuremberg, which is it's very rare to see anyone here. Yeah, some famous people just pass by Nuremberg most of the time. Yeah, but you shouldn't, or maybe you should. So I would be here. Okay. I believe there's a whole lot of gorgeous musicians here. Yeah, they're living somewhere there in the screen. Yeah. Okay, so Fazit, the end. Yeah, there is a CD. Pfandgut Rendezvous. Yeah. My dearest child. So much work went into it. So much work, so much heart, so much feelings. Yeah, you know, so much context. Yeah, you can dig a lot. You can dig a lot into this disc. Yeah. This is a great work. I can assure you, and I'm deeply proud of it. So please, I urge you, yeah, like no pressure, but yeah, you can support me in any way. Yeah, you can. If you're the guy on the right, you can buy the CD, yeah, or the digital version, yeah. If you're the guy on the left, yeah, you can just go listen to it and maybe write some nice things about it somewhere, or maybe you could just message me, yeah, and just tell, hey Michael, this is a great CD, I really enjoyed it, and I would say very much appreciate it, thank you so much, yeah, because that's what we all expect artists. Yeah, so either buy it or listen to it or write about it or whatever. Just help spread the word, because this is fucking history. This is history. Right there. History. 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 And the L'Oiseau Rebelle is lying somewhere there. It's also history. Yeah, but not much time left. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I believe the connection has been great. The image is more or less good. And this time I didn't screw this up. So that's a relief. That's a relief. Thank you so much. Please subscribe to something, yeah, to whatever, yeah, you can find of me, yeah. Please enjoy the CD. Please enjoy the CD, yeah. Please enjoy the CD. Please buy the CD or share it or whatever. Just help me. Just help me, please. Just help me. Help. Yeah. Let's help each other. Yeah. See you on the concerts. Yeah, which is actually I've got a concert tomorrow. I'm flying to Venice today. Hopefully, yeah, hopefully everything will work out and I'll see someone in the audience. Yeah, no, it's a big concert, so everyone will be there. Yeah. So that's it. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Yeah. See you until after the release of the next CD. Ciao, ciao. God, how do I turn this off? Ja, beenden. Das End. Cut.